Afghanistan is going the Syria way, and if this continues, there might be nothing left to win. Very strong statements. This is what was said at the United Nations Security Council that discussed Afghanistan today. On the ground, we are tracking the evolving situation with my colleague Anas Malik, who's sending us daily ground reports. Look at what we have.
I'm standing in Kabul's PD5 in Khushal Khan area and the Khushal Khan market, and there was a rocket attack just a while back. There were 2 rockets that were fired in this area that is right opposite to the Marshal Fahim Police Academy. These mountains are taken as a cover by the extremist terror outfits because they come down from the mountains. They attack the security forces. They try to overrun the territories through these mountains. Panjshir, the name literally translates into 5 lions. It is the home to Ahmad Shah Massoud, who is commonly known as the Lion of Panjshir. This highway is known as the Khost-Kabul Highway. It connects Khost, the province of Khost, to Kabul. I'm standing right outside the Bagram Air Base. This is the outer wall to the airbase. Beyond this, another 2.5 kilometers inside is where all the operations used to take place. The province of Maidan Wardak has come repeatedly under attacks of the Taliban for the fact of its close proximity to the capital city of Kabul. It's located about 30 miles southwest of Kabul. Anas Malik in Laghman, Afghanistan for WION World is One.
And as we track Afghanistan, here's a question. Who is the Taliban? A terrorist group supported by Pakistan, a terrorist group legitimized by America, and a terrorist group made up of Afghans. Those who defend them say they've changed, they've evolved. It's Taliban 2.0, we're told. Those who track their actions would tell you that nothing has changed. The Taliban are taking territory by force. They're forcing women to not leave their homes alone. They're forcing girls to quit school, forcing girls to get married to terrorists, forcing men to grow beards and join their ranks. The Taliban is not even pretending to be evolved. They're back to their old ways, now targeting religious minorities. This week, the Taliban dislodged the Nishan Sahib from a Gurdwara. This is a historic Gurdwara we are talking about in the Paktia province. The Nishan Sahib is a religious flag that signifies Sikh religious identity and pride. These pictures are from the Thala Shri Guru Nanak Sahib Gurdwara. The flag was taken down from here. Reports say the Taliban forced the caretaker of the Gurdwara to remove the flag. It was later tied to a tree so that it cannot be viewed from a distance. This is a message to all Sikhs in Afghanistan. This Gurdwara is of great significance to them. It is believed that Guru Nanak, the founder of the Sikh religion, visited this place of worship once. It was looked after by a local community of Sikhs and Hindus. And now this area has fallen to the Taliban, and the Sikhs and Hindus fear for their lives. Because this act, the taking down of the flag, is a message for all of them. The Taliban will not accept any religion other than Islam in Afghanistan. This is what a campaign of ethnic cleansing looks like. A campaign that they began in the 1990s. They wiped out religious minorities in this country, and now they're at it again. Look at these numbers. There was a time when Sikhs and Hindus formed a sizable chunk of the Afghan population almost 4 decades ago in the 1980s. There were 220,000 of them, 220,000. By the 1990s, their number fell to barely 15,000. That's a drop of more than 90%. Who was behind this? The Taliban. They singled out Hindus and Sikhs. They forced them to wear identity badges. This was in 2001. Taking inspiration from Hitler, we are told, the Taliban made Hindus wear a yellow patch on their clothes, much like the yellow Star of David that Jews were asked to wear during the Nazi rule in Germany, so that they can be identified easily. In the same year, the Taliban blew up the Bamia Buddhas. What for? Because they wanted to demonstrate their hatred towards idol worshippers. These were ancient carvings among the tallest Buddha statues in the world. By blowing them up, the Taliban was also sending a message to the Hindus. Idol worship is common among Hindus, so this was a message for them. Following these events, most Hindus and Sikhs left the country. As of today, there are barely 700 of them in Afghanistan. Reports say around 650 Sikhs and nearly 50 Hindus left. The world has largely forgotten about them. Their options are limited. If they must live in Afghanistan, they have to choose between their faith and their life, or choose to fight the Taliban. like these women from Herat. They have picked up guns to support the Afghan forces. These women have joined the war against the Taliban. Why are we telling their stories to you? Because these are the people of Afghanistan standing up for their identity, for their rights and their freedoms. As world powers play politics over their future, these people have chosen to fight back. What are world powers doing in the meantime? Holding conferences, deliberating after making a complete mess of the situation. Today, the Afghan government briefed the United Nations Security Council, and India enabled this discussion in its capacity as the president of the UNSC. So Afghanistan's envoy spoke, and he said that his country was heading for a catastrophe. He said that the Taliban has launched a barbaric offensive that has led to unprecedented deaths, and that they're trying to turn Afghanistan into a haven for transnational terrorism. He also called out Pakistan for supporting terrorists. He showed evidence of Pakistani war machines and terrorists aiding the Taliban in its offensive.
Importantly, the Taliban continue to enjoy a safe haven in and supply and logistic line extended to their war machine from Pakistan. Graphic reports and video of Taliban fighters congregating close to the Durand line to enter Afghanistan, fundraising events, transfer of dead bodies for mass burial, and treatment of injured Taliban in Pakistani hospitals are emerging and are widely available. This is not only a naked violation of the 1988 UN Security Council sanction regime, but also leads to further erosion of trust and confidence towards establishing a collaborative relationship with Pakistan to end the war in Afghanistan. Consistent with the agreement of the leadership of Afghanistan and Pakistan in Tashkent last month, we urge Pakistan to help with removing and dismantling of Taliban sanctuaries and supply line and establish with us a joint monitoring and verification mechanism to make the fight against terrorism and international efforts for peace effective and credible.
Does the world have the political will to stop Afghanistan's descent into complete chaos? Or will they keep justifying the Taliban, legitimizing them by bringing them to the talking table, making them a part of discussions? The window for action is shrinking by the day. WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.